1 second, 3 seconds, all of them. The love, 1 second, 3 seconds. The title is We Are Talking About Mother Nature and God. About last night, today is 1/3/2024, and yesterday was 1/2/2024. And I had this dream, and I went and laid down about 11 o'clock. Hey, how you doing? I went and laid down about 11 o'clock, and I went to sleep. But I went to sleep, but I didn't fully fall asleep. Like, I was sleeping, but I was sleeping while I was awake, I think. I was awake when I was awake. And Mother Nature and God and the universe came to me. Balance of disturbance of lies in the universe is being told in the universe. So my best, when I feel like I felt the universe, space and time and planets and the earth and the other spirits that's around me, and I say balance, God said you need to get back on. And I was like, kept my eyes closed, but I was feeling the spirits and the universe out there from my window. I'm like, hold up, I'm feeling all of these things. And the universe said in space and time, lies are being told in America. Lies are being told through space and time and planets and earth and the universe on this earth. And balance must be given. Direction must be repaid and must be understood. The creator must have balance. The planet must have balance from lies and deception that this earth and humans are playing. To understand, God is not allowing me to sleep behind liars. The creator in this earth of what was done. Balance must be given, God said. The universe of understanding must be given. God said change must be given. Lies are being told. You people want domination, control, spiritual behavior, laughing, taunting. Your lies act like you care and you don't. And God had had enough. God told me to send you a message. And the universe through space and time told me to send everybody a message. And baby, you goddamn right I just sent that message to the universe. And you goddamn right we just ain't talking about this. We about it. God said we about it. We just ain't talking about this. We are about it. Balance must be given. Lies must be exposed. And God is asking for these things to be exposed. The universe, space and time, spirituals, earth, universes, loved ones beyond loved ones are asking for time, the truth to be exposed of deception. At the enemy think they can get away, space and time and universe told me if they think they can get away, you have another idea. Awake you that God say it must be given. A price must be given, which you did. It must be understood. You must pay that price of what you did. And I'm going to make it very clear to what I just did. So right now, we are going to every state, and God have demand balance. Demand balance here for what has been done. You will not take and lie. Boosie will not get away. We see a words of a wise man. Fathers beyond fathers in the heavens came to me. somebody gave me some wise advice, and I want to make sure I understand. I want you to understand me of what I'm talking about. Boosie Dad came. That advice was only for me because he not learning his lesson. Boosie Dad came to me. Beyond fathers. Many dads came to me in dreams. But he was speaking through the generation of dad of wisdom. Boosie Dad was. But understand these things. Balance must be given. And you must understand these things. Balance must be given. Balance must be given. So this is what we're going to do today. God is to not allow me to sleep. The universe must be given. He did not allow me to sleep. And they rather keep lying and not understand the price that they understand and what they're doing. Lies in these industries to take from God and not give to his child is a price of picking racism and not understanding these prices. And God have understood what you have did. So I want them to understand the price that you're doing and what I have just done are the lies that you understood hip-hop and Walmart and the business of the government and the rest of you. You must pay a price. The community must pay a price for lying. To understand it, you have to understand it. You cannot just get away with what you did and Trump decided to take his people's side. The universe called for something. Balance must be given. And we have to understand that with that balance, what is must be given. It must be given. So, a balance must be given. You must understand that. I need him to understand that balance must be given. So while we are talking, lies will not get away. If I tell you Boosie are lying in the city and the people of Dallas are lying in the city and Social Security number are lying, God said they are lying. They have broken rules. American businesses have broken rules. Walmart have broken rules. They deny God. They have broken rules. Balance must be given. And you refuse to understand that. You refuse to understand that. So God said, we will not sleep that good. We will not understand. We will not sleep. That means I'm about to make it very hard for you. God is about to put pressure on you. That means God is putting pressure on you. Communities and society that like to lie. God is putting pressure on you. You have crossed barriers that you should not be crossing. And when you cross barriers and lies about you which you never crossing, things must be understood. You force God and Jesus and the universe to make moves. By boosting lying, you force that to happen. God said you will not get away. Call centers, you will not get away. Atlanta, you will not get away. I want to make myself very clear about the crimes that you have committed. Neglect and abuse, taunting, fair to take care of. These are all the things that our government and them did. And the community of hip hop did too. God said balance must be given. And I cannot stop until the Creator told me to address these issues. It told me to address this issue. Boosie, I want you to keep lying. And I promise you, you will be put in jail for treason and racism. Ain't no paying no lawyers off and getting them to lie for you and getting people to lie for you. Balance must be given, and you must understand that what you have did, it must be given. So I want to tell you something. When you mess with God, you must be dealt with. When you mess with the universe, you must be dealt with. And God ain't taking no for an answer. Boosie is lying, he tell the truth. You believe those liars? You believe those liars. You believe his words when the universe is trying to speak to you in tongues. The dead is trying to speak. God is trying to speak to you and address issues that have been brought on this earth, in this space and time, and on our nation. I told Boosie, God said, you're going to regret the day you met me when you used my name in vain for your artists. MO3 people and everybody, you're going to regret the day you met me. When you cross God line and knock him off of his mission with social credit for your own selfish ambitions, and Garland and the rest of these communities, a price must be given. You have to understand those things that what you have did. So I want to make myself very clear of what's going on here, because there's a lot of lies. And we are about to fix every lie that's going on here. God is about to fix it. And I want him to know God is about to fix it. You work for them people while you trick people that ain't educated. What I mean, you say people work for those people while you trick people that ain't educated. The streets that don't believe in God, the enemy that don't believe in those things. And Birdman said, who cares what I think? God cares what I think. And I had an encounter with him to remind me who I am and how all of this started. I had conversation with women up in Ohio off of live me, and they always wanted to meet me, but the way things are going, seem like niggas, women want to meet you more than balance must be given here, and you must understand that balance. But what lies goes on, how can we understand it? What lies goes on? You have told lies, and for that lie, God must address you for it. He must address the lies that you have told. I told Atlanta they was not going to get away, and I told the call center they were not going to get away. The people that made fun of me, they didn't want to hear, sue us if you want. Balance must be given. So I want to let my enemy know you will not get away with this. People only see one side of the universe and they only want to complain about things they should not be complaining about. Fail to see out of the other eyes of others. You have betrayed your commanders in space and time. I told the senators, you have betrayed the people that sat in that seat before you, that would do the right thing when wrong has been done, when they know this world. And you have did things and time again that the Creator is not appreciative of. Now I want to let the senators and everybody know what I mean about that. You have done things that you shouldn't have not done. And these are the things you force God to speak. And when you force God to speak, you have a problem for what is what? You took their side over God. You took their side over the universe. You had their back, but you didn't have God back. You didn't have the universe back. You didn't have the planet back. You took their back, but you didn't have space and time. You didn't have the creature's time. You didn't have those things. God said, I come back for what you have taken. The Creator, the King of Kings, come back for what you have taken. And when I come back for what you have taken, the demanding of those things must be understanding. God said we have all loved and we are all treated as equal. But you have broken rules that was beneath your means. and balance must be given. This world must be balanced out. And you have to understand one thing. God had to remind me of going to church and doing all of these things when I was in New Orleans and came to Texas. He had to remind me of so much. You have never lost the first one. When you came out your mama womb, you saw church. You saw my cross. Well, before you came out your mama womb, you saw me. But rules was crossed on the West Bank. We had 2 churches to go to. You have broken balance. And I need them to understand when balance has been broken. Boozy want to say some people work for people because he want to get away from putting faith in his artist, and another God child was working and he think he can get away. I promise you, Boozy, if something happened, you're not getting away. Yellow Breezy manager laughed at who Obama is, who Michelle Obama is, who Obama is, right? So I messaged Michelle Obama and Obama, and I had a talk with that. He was laughing, right? So pay me. God said, pay me when you think other leaders wasn't watching me when you was lying. Pay me when you wanted to think about yourself and think God is not going to have a price. And you say, oh, your name carry weight. God said, my name carry weight. You are not the only one that have a voice and speak through the dead when you lie. You're not the only one that have a voice here. I was on Live Me talking to people, girls in the background in 2019 and Big Live and Live Me say, Hubert, I'm with you. I believe in you. I'm in your video. I'm in your pictures. We learn how to accept each other. We learn how to listen to each other. But some of these rappers don't know how to listen. Their anger and bitterness will get the best of them. God has had enough. He had enough of the lies. Fat Joe said, not as Macy's back. I just got to believe in God, not as Macy's back. Fat Joe, I want him to believe in God because God is here. God is here. And right now, if God is here, what that means? God said, this is my world. And I control everything in it. But remember, the UK and the people of the king of the UK, he said, Mother Nature belongs to us. We belong to this earth. You belong to God. God controls the earth. Without God, what that is, without the creator through space and time, what can we understand without the creator through space and time? What those things is and a thing. God said you have broken those rules. And I want you to remember, when I step outside that door, your spirit and your mind is being read. I told you, they say come to the hood is all good, baby. But God said you come with me, it's all good. I want to tell you when God walk up in your neighborhood and your hood and how you going to act. You're going to look at him some type of way and mean mug him and not serve him. When he can reach your mind and he can reach your spirit. Your body language speak everything to him. My name is Hubert, Hubert. Your body language, your mind, the way you act, the way you try to intimidate, the way you're trying to have control. Balance must be given, and you're not understanding. The universe is tired. The universe is tired of lies, space, time, and everything. Tired of you not believing. Tired of you faking your love for the universe and God. He is tired of all of these things. Walmart. God said and the Creator said, I have to sit at that table. If you're not, you're aligned to nature. You're aligned to the universe. That contract was already signed already from Walmart CEO. My job is to be over the disability department as a CEO and find different techniques. And when we have interviews, we are going to be able to talk to people. When I sit in that Walmart network, I want to interview the people, kids, a disability. Those are my job when I'm sitting in front of millions like y'all doing right now, Walmart. I want them to hear me. To find a way to figure out challenges. This must happen. God said, would you accept it or would you fake his love for him? What would you do? Then when you deny God, you have to understand something. Let me tell you something. Everybody want control, but they want to lie with manipulation and narcissistic behavior. One thing, you got control on this earth, but you don't got control in space. God said, I stop you from those things that you said you create. Your creator will not let you breathe. I don't care how far you go. But if you don't believe enough, if you want control and domination, God said, I won't let you breathe on my planet. I won't let you breathe on my earth. And these things must understand of these things that you so-called understand. I want to tell you, God said, Hubert, and you and me, in space and times, we have many lovers in our time. And I want you to know we have many lovers in our time. Many times we had many lovers. God and Jesus had many lovers. Those kings have to be full. And you have pressed that line and caused unbalance. And I'm sorry that when God told Moses to tell his people to paint the wall with blood. I was in Dallas. You know what the IPS radio could say? Be careful who you message. In Dallas, there's some pretty powerful, but God don't care. God don't care because he the creator. He the creator. Why would I care when the creator asks for something? The creator asks for something. The creator asks for something. And you have to understand those things are what the creator does. And you have to understand what those are. I told him if he believed that President Joe Biden believed that, I don't know what to tell you. I don't mind giving back, and giving back to the doing this, but you have did wrong. You understanding your mistakes. Let me tell you, when God told Moses to tell his people to paint the wall with blood, he know the non-believer was gonna be amongst the believers. He know all of these things. But also, before God started talking to his people, he stood in dark. It didn't matter if he was Mexican, black, white, Russian, Cuban. Um, he in that darkness, Muslim, in that darkness, he had a delight in him. And he came out. God, let me tell you what the enemy had. The enemy had numbers. They had power and fear. God was getting the little numbers and power and starting to let the people that was in power fear him. The people that had control over different sectors in the universe, they saw what God was doing. That was the biggest problem when they saw what God was doing. One person was very disturbed behind God's spiritual gifts and his mindsets to understand it. So they watched in the shadows. They watched in those things and times. So when they watched in time, how can you understand it? God never did. He listened to them, but he also gave them what they needed while he listened. Balance must be given. What I mean, the call center must pay. Atlanta must be removed. The Atlanta Social Security must be removed. Workers must be removed. And God said, I'm going to make sure that happens. The way the black employees acted in that Atlanta, balance must be given. And I remember that. Balance must be given. I'm going to make sure myself very clear. Atlanta Social Security workers and security guards must be removed. You better start creating new spaces and new workers coming to play, because we are about to have a whole problem here. And I want to make this very short. Now we can keep this fight up and you will lose this fight. The next time the call center make fun of me, this is going to be the last time they neglect and abuse and laugh at the Social Security call center and the workers in Atlanta do things and the security guards say words that I want to tell that guy in Window D. I hope he liked my actions in downtown Atlanta, the Mexican in Window D. And the lady said that sue us if you want. And the other black lady that intimidated me and rolled their eyes at one Atlanta office. I hope you like my actions. And the karma is out to pay for your price of lying and your deception and your behavior with your society. God said rules come by when America stick by rules and stop figuring their love for God. I can go to any one of your stores and I can see your spirit. I can see your mind and your spirit. I can see all of these things. I can even go in your government building, RS buildings. I can be in Capitol Hill and I can read all of you minds to understand it. You have broken rules that was beneath you. But I promised Governor Abbott and I told the legislators when I found God and Jesus found your address. Found your address. And when God and Jesus find your address, legislators around the world and Capitol Hill senators and everybody, You are unworthy of your titles. God said you are unworthy of your titles in the spirit. You are unworthy of your title. Humans might think you are worthy of it, but God said, I know you're not worthy of your titles by taking those people's sides and not taking God's side. One thing God said, you try to make things work with family and not be mad with each other and violence with each other. Try to work things out because the enemy of certain people care about themselves in this world. God let me know you go through stuff that's love is excellent. You go through more things that you can understand. But let me tell you something. I'm not going to complain about your schools not accepting me and that, baby. We got a lot of time to make it up. And right now we can't make it up in this society. Too much has been broken. Governor Abbott and Trump have caused something by taking line communities. My walls must be bigger from the regular communities. We cannot live the same. Donald Trump started something. He started something by taking the people's side and the voter's side. You look for humans and mind a spirit of humans, attention and validations. But you don't look for God, mind and spirit. You don't look for the heavens. You don't reach out to him. And that's the problem with you. God said, you don't need me. I'm going to tell you something. I walked away from Walmart. But Orion said something, every man lied. No, it's not about what you think I lied. It's about when I stand before God and kneel before him. He would tell me and raise me up and say, you would have did the same thing I would have did. God is asking for something. What I said was to get the attention, but they think Obama and them and the rest of them wasn't watching. That's what the hood and the lying Boosie thinks. He can just walk away and lie on God and lie for the things that he has done and not have a price. But let me tell you, I want Boosie to know. If I leave here, your career is gone. This got something to do with apartment places and things. So when you was lying and fights was breaking out at that hotel and police was knocking on my door, I was trying to set up the payroll for people from the UK can be on my team. Your culture is about to be gone. And you don't even know it behind lies and deception. God said protect family, understand those things. You know, Emily Catholic said something to me a while back when we was much young about when they were staying at that house. And she used to go to church a lot, the Mayor's sister. You know what she told me? They're not ready for you yet, Hubert. And she was speaking through God. You're not ready for God. Your lies and all your deception are what you stand for. And I'm very into state of prison. I'm very. Now I used to date a girl named. I used to talk to a girl named Courtney towards those things. Huh? And now you have a seat there. I'm impressed, senators. Your creators is impressed. Hmm. Jordan Victoria. I want them to know I heard you on TV. And I'm not manipulating nobody, but I had to say things to get the attention. And if I didn't say things, they would be keep hanging up and not want to hear me and lie to me. The Social Security lied to me and say Social Security got nothing to do with it. They lied when we was going through racial moments. They didn't want to give me time. I had to get this man, I had to rush him out of all of his clients. He had to push all of his clients away to make sure I was taken care of. To make sure I was taken care of. And that's not right. That's not right when I'm calling a call center and they lie and they don't want to hear people out. That's not right when this man put everybody aside and he had a billion other people to mess with. That's not right. And you are selfish. You are a liar and you are selfish. No, you are selfish. You know what he told me, Hubert? I believe in you. Let me help you out. That's what he said. And then me and Miss Tammy must have had our arguments. But she still worked with me. See, they do stuff out counties over there and say, Hubert, I need you to go to another ticket program and do what needs to be done. But the way y'all behave, the way y'all do stuff, he is a liar. And he lied on God. He lied on God. He lied on God. He cared about himself. He cared about himself. What do he care about? He cared about himself. He cared about the lies that he hold for himself. And when God said, people love you, they love the music. They don't love the God of it. You lied to me. You tell the truth. You better have all your facts together, boy, before you come up to me. I ain't start telling people that know me in New Orleans, Darlene and everybody that grew up with me. I ain't start talking till I was 10. Baby, I had regular girlfriend even in New Orleans, baby. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me where lies at. Nobody treated me different. They used to call me Hubert. Nobody even in New Orleans. To each West Bank, New Orleans, East, Hubert, you're crazy. I used to act like a wrestler. Nobody understand, but we understand that kids, we have that joy, right? We have fun. We love to act like wrestlers. God said, remember what you've been doing. When at Fantasy Rooms, you had this girl that used to love Little Romeo. And when she used to date, we used to date each other. And she used to want to kiss me she kissed me every time she would put her head. I said, Hubert, I love you. And she would put Little Romeo on. I don't need a girlfriend. And she would play that. And she would kiss me every time. I remember her cheeks. I remember everything about her in New Orleans. Utoka was one of my best friends. We talked on the phone. We chilled. We did everything together. You have broken rules for what? Let me tell you what Trump and them knows. That other kids around the world in UK, even out your states, in your states, teenagers that wanted to be models. Hubert, wait for me. Not just want to be in a music video, wanted to walk the runway. But it got other women that don't know how to act. That don't know what they want. They want to chase. But God said, what do it matter? If you go to a church, you did 18, 19-year-old, and you older. Remember those things. If you with their family, remember they will be, remember when you pass, you will be, when they pass, they will be good. The love of it. The understanding of it. They're like, when Kobe Bryant died, right? His wife, Kobe Bryant, wants somebody to find somebody that's not going to want to keep up with his legacy and want to have competition that could be humble. That's what Kobe Bryant will want. They're not want to squish lanes. They're not trying to replace him. That's what Kobe. I'm a Kobe Bryant fan. I was hurt when Kobe Bryant died. You know, I was on Twitter and the NBA and the Women's League said they're gonna show me when I came up with ideas in the Women's League. Oh yeah, huh? I'm gonna show you, right? See, they don't know that I was on Miss Nancy and the rest of them, and I was talking about ideas on HBO and the rest of the Women's League, right? And I came out with ideas for the NFL and the NBA, right? Do you know what you're talking about? And the Women's League, basketball, all of the sports, the women's sports and the sports entertainment.